What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Torrence here. And first, I would like to say thank you all for the feedback that you all gave me on the last video. The video I uploaded on Christmas Day featured the MAC and Mariah Carey collection. And that is an old school collection I absolutely love. And I really just put that up because that was the makeup I planned on wearing when I was heading out. And something just told me at the last minute, Torrence, put a video out about it. Let's just see how the public feels about it. And you all absolutely loved it. Not only did you love how neutral and glam that eye look was, but you all also loved the fact that I was playing with old school makeup. Many channels nowadays only seem to feature the newest and hottest items that are out right now. And although I genuinely do like to search through those items to see what I want to collect, many times, if not most days, I'm playing with old school items that have been tried and true and I've been loving for years. If you've ever watched one of my videos, you'll probably see the Kvd Contour Powder. This powder's been out for years, but I absolutely love it. And although I've found many new items that I could use, I keep coming back to this old school. Same thing as with the highlighters. When I was freelancing, Mac O'Darling's highlighters was the bomb. To me, it's still one of my favorites. The only thing I may use more often than this nowadays is probably my Dose of Color one. But that's just simply because that was newer to my collection, so I'm still running on a wave train of, look at my brand new highlighter. But I'm never going to be without this because it's old, tried, and true, and I know it works with any and every foundation. Same thing with my Urban Decay liners. There are plenty new liners out there on the market. I've been trying many new formulas. They are absolutely amazing. But the old school Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencils, I love them. You can't tell me nothing about psychedelic, sister. This purple, beautiful. Beautiful, honey. I absolutely love it. But this is just a bunch of other green shades. Oh, that dark brown Demolition. I love her in that black Perversion. Baby, let me put these down because I'm giving this video too much about those. But today I wanted to show you all what I got for Christmas. I meant to post this video up last Saturday, but the truth is, spending time with the family was something I've been trying to catch up on. I was able to spend a lot of time with my sister. Although we all live in the same state, we live in different cities, and it's always hard to keep up with each other when we're always working and things like that. And so this was one time of the year where everyone had the same day off and we were able to get up together and meet up. And it was just nice to be able to see each other in person instead of on camera. And today I just want to show you all some of the things that I got for Christmas. Most of the things I'm going to receive for Christmas I already have received. But of course, if you haven't found out yet, the post office this year was overwhelmed and many of the items that they received in transition have just not made it to their final destination. I know I sent off the giveaway prize on the 14th. The day that video went up, the giveaway winner contacted me. We managed to switch information. I managed to go ahead and hit the post office up and ship it that day. And when I tell you, that package did not hit her home state until Sunday the 26th, I believe, or the 27th. Yeah, it did not hit her state until Sunday the 27th. It was supposed to hit there, I believe I shipped it off that Monday night. It was supposed to get there that Friday. Didn't happen, but fortunately it's still in transit and wasn't lost. It doesn't appear to be damaged so far, so I pray that everything reached her intact. But I want to show you some of the things that I've received now. If for any reason I receive other items that I haven't posted in this video, I'll just make sure I upload that in a future one. But I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I was too excited to receive, simply because I am a huge Mariah Carey fan, is the fact that my Mariah cookies have arrived, honey. Yes, look at that. My baby Mariah Carey is selling cookies now, and they deliver. I've never used a food delivery service simply because I feel as if I have a car and I want to be able to come pick things up. I feel as if they'll be a lot fresher if I'm actually standing right there when it comes hot out that grease. I need what I want, honey. I don't got time for you to wait and bring it to me. That gives it time to cool down, and I'm just not for that. And this is the very first time I use DoorDash, and I made sure I tip my DoorDash driver. Make sure y'all tip y'all drivers, honey. And these cookies did not come individually wrapped, as you see that they are in there. They did come with 6 stacked in here and 6 in here because I got the 12-piece variety box. I believe right now the site does offer 8 different flavors. 3 of them are holiday specials, so I would jump on those 3 if you want to try them out as soon as possible. I made sure I grabbed these 2. This was a gift to myself. If I couldn't get anything else, I was going to get me some Mariah cookies. With this only being a 12-piece set, I did get 4 cookies that gave me 2 of each flavor, and then I got 4 cookies that only got single flavors, and I'll show you which one of those that they were. First, we got one cookie here that is Heath flavored. I absolutely love Heath Bars. Those candy bars are anything that got toffee and chocolate already got my attention. So we received one of those. We received one that's in the triple chocolate chunk flavor. I think I'm going to order more of these simply because I absolutely love chocolate. And to know that I have dark chocolate and white chocolate chunks, oh yeah, we're going to need some more of that. There's also 2 of the regular chocolate chunk. This is more than likely their version of a chocolate chip cookie, and this has very large chunks of chocolate in there, which I prefer over chocolate chips because those are very small. So we have 2 of these here, and I was so ecstatic to find out that I got 2 of the lemon coolers. If you don't know, lemon is my favorite fruit, so anytime you put lemon in anything, you stand a chance of me wanting to try it. This cookie has white chocolate chunks, and you can actually smell the lemon coming up off of it, so I know for sure if these are absolutely as delicious as they smell and look, I'm going to be ordering another box of these by themselves. Next, I received one of the spiced oatmeal raisin, and I'm telling you, these smell amazing. I know for sure I'm getting another box of these. They are just so soft, and the scent just, I'm telling you, I just want to hang these up around the house. They need to come out with a candle or a oil or something that smells like these, because these, yes. I don't know if you're a big fan of raisins. I know a lot of my friends don't like raisins. I love them. And this one going down. Same thing for this pumpkin one. For me, pumpkin has to be made right. If you don't do it right, I'm just not going to want none. But this one smells amazing. And with this being one of the holiday specials, I think I'm really going to try to get another one of these. I ain't going to guarantee it because them spiced oatmeal smell good. But then again, knowing that the spiced oatmeal is permanent, we might get another pumpkin and then just wait on those spiced oatmeal raisins. Next, we received 2 of the gingerbread. This is the second flavor that's part of the holiday specials. And although I'm not really the biggest fan of gingerbread, for me, it's one of those things where I won't turn it down, but I'm not buying any on purpose. But because it came with 2 of these, I was sitting back like, I don't know. I figured they might give me 2 of those, but considering I got 2 of those lemon coolers, we're going to call it even. But the thing is, these appear to be the largest cookies in the bunch, so you know what? We might not even be mad, especially if they're delicious, but knowing Mariah, they will be. And the last of the holiday specials is we have 2 of these. These are the white chocolate cranberry, and baby, just the sound of that already got me wanting to get another one because I am upset that these are going to be holiday specials. Honey, I am about to dig into one of these as soon as I turn this camera off. My next video, which I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be pre-recording today, might have cookie crumbs right here on the side because I'm tearing into one of these. Holiday special, cranberry, got my attention. Now that we finished with Mariah's delicious cookies, I want to show you some of the makeup items that I received. Everything right here is either makeup related or things that I received from coworkers and friends at work. This year we did Secret Santa and things turned out absolutely amazing. One of the first things that I received was an Ulta gift card, and I immediately knew exactly what I wanted to pick up with that. I'm going to be doing my bareMinerals Get Ready With Me routine featuring all loose products, but before I go in and do that, they managed to come in and drop out an original liquid foundation, and I'm like, wait. Original liquid mineral foundation? Sis. Y'all done did liquid products before, which was already shaking the ground a little bit. But to call one y'all original foundation, honey, y'all asking for it. Trust me, those of us who've been using that loose mineral foundation already hold that to such a high standard because that product has been out for over 20 years and is still a bestseller for the brand and for the stores that it sells in. So for them to go ahead and say they didn't put it in liquid version, this either gonna be a big hit or a big flop. It's gonna be nothing in between about it. So I cashed in my gift card because I want to see, because baby, I don't believe you till I see it. That bareMinerals original been around for so long and been so beautiful that this got a whole lot to stand up to, honey, and I'm gonna wait to find out. And I have it here in my shade, which is Neutral Tan, shade 21. Have that on the box here on the top. And let me go ahead. Okay, the bottle look a little nice. It's a plastic bottle, but it looks sort of like frosted glass. And it says you twist the cap up, so I guess you're gonna twist it and then the pump comes up. It's all locked inside. Okay, bareMinerals ain't playing with us, girl. They just stepped up their packaging. Well, we haven't tried it yet, but that is one of the first things I received for Christmas. And while I was in Ulta, I decided to go ahead and see exactly how much could I get for myself for $25. I am someone who absolutely loves luxury and high-end makeup, but every now and then I try to dabble over into drugstore to see if they have anything, because truth be told, when I first got into makeup, the drugstore just did not meet any of my expectations, whether it came to packaging, quality, formulas. It was very, very, very few things that I could find on a budget. So I was someone who just realized you have to suck it up and pay for high-end items because they never seem to fail. But it seemed like the tables didn't turn, honey. Luxury ends every now and then be dropping some flop items, and it's like, at that price, I can't do it. So I decided we're going to take $25, run down to Ulta, use as many coupons as possible, and see what we could pick up. And I managed to grab myself 4 items. The first thing I grabbed was the Becca and Barbie Fiera palette. They've been having this on sale for about $20 recently, and I managed to go ahead and catch it a day that they had it for $10. And I'm like, you know what? 5 Becca highlighters, $10, give them here, honey. So I have that here. It shows the 5 shades that you get here on the back. So look out for this, because for $10, honey, I was on it. Another item that I grabbed was the Real Techniques limited edition All Eyes on You brush set. I saw this in store and figured this was absolutely stunning. This is one of the first times I've seen Real Techniques do a brush set where the tapered blending brush actually comes to a slight point where I can use it on my hooded lids. Many times it's much too rounded for my preference, and it also comes with a wide, dense shader brush. To me, just giving me those 2 brushes will be enough for me to go ahead and get a look going. But to know you also gave me a push liner brush, an angle brush. Although I'm not happy that this last one is double-ended, it is an angled liner brush as well with a spoolie. So more than likely that's just to get your brows done and your liner if need be. But I absolutely had to have this, and this was not only just $10, but I believe they were also buy 2 get 1 free. So I made sure I grabbed this as well. Then while in store, I managed to glance past the clearance section, and what do I see? This little bad boy here. I have been looking for this eyeshadow palette for so long, and every time I tried to find it in store, it was always sold out or broken. Every time I tried to order it, one of the shades came broken. So to finally find the e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palette in Hot Jalapeno, I had to get it. And normally these go on retail for $3. Why they have them half off? Half off? The one I was looking for, honey, the one I was willing to pay $3 for, give me that. And since I had a little change left over, I managed to grab this one here in Cream and Sugar, just because it's a neutral one that I figure I can wear every day. So we're going to be able to test this formula out. 2 at half off. That came to $23 for all of these items. Baby, me and all 4 of these items was up and out the door for less than $25, and it was Merry Christmas to me. And because I was feeling so proud of myself, I figured I deserved a treat. Don't we all? And while over in Walmart, I decided to stop by Wet n Wild, and I finally decided to try out the Comfort Zone palette. I've bought it several times before, but anytime someone else asks for it, I just figure you can go ahead and have it, I'll grab it again. And I've done that so many times to the point I've never actually tried it. And I'm not sure, I'm gonna make sure I look it up again about this palette, because the color story is absolutely beautiful to me. The fact that it looks more neutrals with pops of green, you already got my attention. But I'm gonna be looking this up because I remember this used to be a community favorite, and I'm not sure if it's not any longer simply because people have just moved on, or if it's what I believe, they either changed the packaging or the formula. And I am praying they just either changed the packaging or shrunk the pan sizes. But I'm hoping that the formula is just as good, if not better, than what everyone used to talk about. But I'm finally going to be able to test this out. And I think this was about $5, maybe 10 at the most. So I also just went ahead and grabbed this just to make sure I stuck away from the high-end brands. Alright, and the last thing that I purchased for myself was from Artist Couture. They just did a new collab with Static John. And because I'm a big fan of the Diamond Lights finisher, I have the very first 5 that they launched. I did not want my collection to fall short, so they came out with a new shade, and this one is in the shade Banger. I believe it's a green gold duochrome. The box is just small and simple here, nothing fancy, but the color of this bad baby, I had to have it. And you can see it's a green gold shift, and just the fact that it had green in it, and this will be the first color that they did in this formula that has green, I had to have it. Although I wanted the eyeshadow palette, I wasn't too sure if the colors were different enough from his very first launch, so I said I was going to sit back, wait on reviews, and then I'll find out later. But a friend of mine overheard me talking about how I wanted that palette but wasn't sure about it, and I ended up getting it for Christmas. So honey, I am too ecstatic, and I am so grateful that I have it and I did not have to pay for it. So now I have every palette that Artist Couture has ever released, and I'm here to tell you, I did already open it and take a peek at it. I didn't swatch it or use it, but just looking at the colors and holding them side by side next to the other palettes, I can tell you here, these colors are different. Although they may have one of the same color stories, as in they both have purples, they both have teals, they both have neutrals, they are different colors. So if you have one palette and you really like that one, more than likely you'll like this one as well. 2 other items I received that I was just jumping for joy about, because although I wanted them, at the time of release, I wanted so many of the items that I could not pick and choose, and I just could not afford that PR box at the time. So to find out that someone went to Sephora and got me the Beetlejuice palettes here, honey, I was too ecstatic. And I thought that they went to Sephora because that's what I asked. I'm like, I didn't know you grabbed them when they were in stock. They're like, I didn't. I got them off the website. I'm like, ooh, okay, go ahead, dear sis. You was looking out for me early. And they told me that it came with one of these here, and they managed to give me this as well. This is a Melt Cosmetics hand sanitizer. I didn't even know they sold hand sanitizer, but considering the fact we are in the middle of a pandemic, honey, you cannot have too many of these. And it comes with this nice little silicone attachment here, so you can go ahead, clip it to your keys, clip it to your pants. So I'm like, okay, see, Melt out here looking out for my beauty and my safety. So go ahead, sis. So I have both of the Beetlejuice palettes here. This one is called the Recently Deceased. This one here is called the Waiting Room. And I just cannot wait. You all can trust and believe I will be doing a review on both of these palettes. So let me know which one you would like to see a video on first. This palette here is called the Waiting Room. And as you can see, it's a cool tone palette. It's mostly shades of grays and reds and burgundies, and I'm not sure if you can tell right there, but the little plastic piece that it comes with, oh, now you can see it there. I've just taped it up above the mirror. Baby, that is one plastic piece that will not make it to the trash in this household. And this is the Recently Deceased palette. Those colors there are beautiful. You know, greens are my favorites. To have purples right there to back it up, you already gonna get me, and I want you to see that plastic piece there. Like, oh, they went all out for this. Sis, do you see that? So don't forget to leave me a comment down below letting me know which palette you would like to see first. The red palette, the Waiting Room, or the green and purple palette, the Recently Deceased. The next palette I received is the Morphe and Lisa Frank collab. I am someone who absolutely loves kittens and unicorns, so to find out someone got this for me, honey, I was too through the roof. One, because I never managed to get a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper when I was a kid. My mother just was not going to buy it for me. And 2, because it has unicorns all over it, which I absolutely love. But 3, I never got a chance to get the Morphe 35B palette when it was up and popular. It was only sold online, and I just did not want to risk taking the risk of it getting lost or damaged and then having to ship it all the way back to California to get an exchange or a refund. That was just doing the most. So by the time we got a Morphe store here in Michigan, it was already long gone. So now not only do I have the palette, I have it in the limited edition packaging, and they've named the shadows here. I believe before they didn't have names. So yes, honey, I was too through to get this one. With most Morphe palettes, you would just fold one piece straight back and then it would open. With this one here, they decided to throw it back a little bit and give us a Trapper Keeper style where you fold this piece back here and then you open it up and there is your colors. And let me just tell you, honey, just looking at the colors alone, this palette looks amazing. I am just hoping and praying they could have did something close to the Jaclyn Hill formulas because that's beautiful. Just please don't tell me that this palette is this pretty, but the formula is trash. Because regardless what the case is, I'm gonna keep it because it was a beautiful gift. But just looking at it, I'm like, I just need you to be that vibrant and that beautiful like you are in the pans because this is stunning. Another item I was super happy to finally get. A friend told me that she always sees this in her local Walmart and every time I checked mine, it was never there. So I just sent her a picture of it every time I went in stores showing her they are always either gone or broken. She managed to find it and get it for me, and that is the Profusion Emeralds palette. I am a huge fan of green eyeshadow and I have been trying to get this for months. Just like with that e.l.f. Hot Jalapeno palette, every time I ordered it to my home, at least one shade came shattered and I was always just so upset, and every time I would go to the store it was already sold out. So to finally get this, I am like, yes, I finally have it. I don't have to wait. I don't have to worry about it being broken. I don't have to worry about it being damaged at all. I know I have a good palette. And the only palette I've ever tried from Profusions, the only one that was ever fully in stock, no damage, was the new Bliss palette here. Everything else that I've wanted from that brand, I'm telling you, is always sold out in my local Walmart. So I am ecstatic to not only have one that I liked. To me, this one was okay. I didn't get a chance to actually test out too many of the eyeshadows because I was really going in for this glitter that day. I really wanted to play in glitter, and instead of walking all the way downstairs to my glitter cabinet, I decided to go ahead and use this. So to be able to finally test out their actual powder shadow formula, we're going to be able to go ahead and do that. And of all of them, this is the one I wanted the absolute most. So I'm so ecstatic that I have it. A couple of items that I got from ColourPop I forgot that I purchased for myself was this here, the Child palette. I absolutely had to get this. I did not get it on the first launch because I figured I knew there were a lot of Star Wars fans that would really want to get it. And I'm like, stand back, Torrence, let them get it on that first launch. You do not want to be in that line. But on that second launch, I managed to go ahead and grab 2 of these, and I needed to make a few more dollars to get free shipping. So I also decided to get their No Filter Powder Puff. I purchased 2 of these and can't figure out where that second one went, but I have one here in the box as a backup. So I'm gonna go over there and check where I keep my sponges and things to see if that other one is already open. But I added one of these to the giveaway. I think I put that at the end of the part 2 of my collections video. This here is the second one, and I have it, and I can show you all what that looks like. And this here is what this palette looks like, and I am telling you, honey, to me, this is like the next level version of the Just My Luck palette. The Just My Luck was just featuring all greens with a pop of gold. This is like its lighter brother or sister, and honey, it is the perfect complementary palette, and I cannot wait to use both of them together. Another palette that I have here that I actually received for Christmas, it was funny enough because I actually already purchased one for myself, but I hadn't actually gotten the chance to use it. But to know that a friend had got me this one simply because I'm one of the few people who brags about loving cool tones, I could not believe it. So I'm going to give the one that I already have to my sister, but I wanted to go ahead and show you all this one here. And honey, I can't speak for nobody but myself. I know many people do not like cool tones because what they see is just ashy colors. But for me, I'm getting excited because I can see my pink shades here. I can see my mauvey purple shades here. Those grays, blacks, and browns here, I can look at each row and see that this color story here is different from that one there. I'm getting excited because cool tones to me are my neutral glam. Whenever I'm doing warm tones, I want really rich warm tones. I want bold colors. When I do cool tones, I'm always worried about it being ashy, so I tend to step back a little bit, go a little bit softer, and things come out a little bit more glam and more natural, and that is why I absolutely love cool tones. So trust and believe, you will be seeing a tutorial on this because I know I'm going to be digging into this bad boy here. I had to do a double take on this shade here because it looked like it was about to pop out on camera, but it's actually just pressed that way. But I cannot wait to get into this palette, trust me. She will be coming up. Another item I received is the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer. I received this from a friend who remembers the time when I was truly out on the hunt trying all different types of primers. I used to absolutely love this one primer from Urban Decay and they discontinued it. And when I tell you, I went to every Ulta I could and purchased every bottle I could see in sight. But eventually I ran out of those and had to find something different. And funny enough, once she gave me this one, it reminded me that I was gifted a primer from Ulta, and this is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, and I've never actually even tried this one here. So now I realize I have two different primers from Tarte Cosmetics that I could go ahead and try. So I need to take these two and set these down right here in front of me to make sure I test these out within the upcoming few months. The next three items I received are items I was just so happy to get because I just knew I was going to skip on these. I saw them and I just kept telling myself, Torrence, you don't really need them, so we're going to go ahead and pass on them this time. But once I saw them, honey, I was flipping out because they no longer even sell them at Ulta. So if I want them, I would have to purchase them online and then I would just be stuck with them if I didn't like them. But the fact that I have them now, honey, trust me, I'm never getting rid of them. My friend gave them to me, so they are here to stay. These are the Sweet Shop palettes from BH Cosmetics. The first one we have here is the Sweet Shop Cotton Candy palette. This is what the packaging looks like. It's the same as the container itself. I think the packaging may be just a tiny bit more reflective, but they all look exactly like the box that they come in. This cotton candy one is a nice pink purple one. And I can look and already see that at least one of those shades either has reflective particles or is a dual chrome. So I'm like, oh yeah, honey, you know I'm about to get into this one. I think of all of them, this one probably has the most interesting color story to me. This one is called Cherry on Top. And although I am not the biggest fan of red shades, this one just gets my imagination going because it gives me some nice transition shades to actually make sure I can blend out this darkest one. But to know I have a shade in here that's deep enough for my crease and outer V, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to really make sure we play with this one here. And last but certainly not least, because it's my favorite color story of them all, it is a green one. This one here is called the Pistachio Palette. And I'm telling you, honey, I was so happy that she got the green one. This is probably the one out of all of them that I wanted the absolute most. But I kept trying to remind myself, one, Torrence, you have enough eyeshadow, and two, you have enough greens. But baby, just looking at the variety in this palette, oh, you know this is going to be the first one I play with. You know it. There's no doubt about it. I cannot wait until the day I play with this one because this is absolutely beautiful. Next, for home health, wealth, and care, honey, you got to make sure you take care of that body, if nothing else. If you know me, two things you will always know is I absolutely love candles and I absolutely hate shoes. Don't know why. I love the scent of candles. I love being able to see the flame. I love being able to control how strong it is by how long you light it or buying a 3-wick instead of a 1-wick. It's just, I've always loved them and I think I always will. The thing is, I've never tried a white barn candle simply because I know how crazy their customers go for their products. And what I didn't want to do is try it out and become one too. I figured, Torrence, if you could stand back and just watch the heinous, just go ahead and do that. But a friend finally got me and she bought me my first candle. And I've been sitting back talking about how if I ever got one, the first one I would try is Champagne Toast. I'm like, I've heard nothing but positive reviews about that scent, and it just seems to be like, you hear about some scents come and go, some people like this one, some people like that one, but I'm like, it just seems like that's the one that will get it for me. And the fact that the name just speaks to me means I already have to get it, and I'm here to let you know, honey. Oh yeah. She really does smell good. It's not too much of anything to me. It's not quite too sweet. It's not too floral. It's not too too much of anything. It's just beautiful and nice, and I'm here to let you know I done already ordered another one. Yeah, I'm like, yep. I haven't even burned this one yet, but this is my very first candle from White Barn, and I already got my second one on the way. So another one that I have, simply because we are constantly washing our hands at work all day, every day. And to me, I am not the world's greatest fan of scented soaps and lotions, but every now and then I will step out the box. And a friend managed to get me their stress relief candle, because baby, she could tell one day at work I was having a stressful day. And this one contains eucalyptus and tea. This is their gentle foaming hand soap. So I'm gonna make sure I start taking this to work with me to make sure I can use this one, because I personally find the soap at work is just like super strong. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it take away a few sins and bad credit marks off your report, as strong as it is, but this here smells absolutely amazing, and I'm quite sure it's not as strong as that stuff. So we're going to start taking this to work and bragging to my coworkers that one of my friends at work bought me this. And I also got a pair of house shoes. Once again, if you know me, you know I absolutely hate shoes and socks. I love house shoes and flip-flops. Not sure why, but I have a pair here, and these say Uncle Bear. I have a niece, and everyone in the family received a pair of these. My sister has the Auntie Bear, my brother has the Papa Bear, things like that. So I'm gonna make sure I wear these next time I see my niece, just so she knows that I do have them on. And I just decided to check this bag again here, and I'm realizing I have a few more makeup related items. The first one I didn't even realize was there was another Ulta gift card. I've already spent one getting that bareMinerals foundation, but apparently I have a second one here, so I'm even in shock right now, because what immediately caught my eye was this 4-piece brush set. Once again, I let everybody know I absolutely love unicorns, so to see that these brushes here have a unicorn horn on them makes me instantly want to buy a brush holder, and it has to be a clear one to make sure you can see those spiral handles there. I'm absolutely loving them, and to know that they are purple and blue, it's not just one color, it's just reminding me of a duochrome highlighter, so I'm absolutely ecstatic about this. And if you just look behind me here, you can see that I am someone who absolutely loves and collects brushes, so I'm not the one to turn down a brush set. I don't care if it's from the most high-end to the most drugstore brand. I love testing out different brushes, because you never know, especially in a brush set, it's always that one brush you find that make the whole set worth it. And so I was gifted this brush set here. This is from BB. This is a 15-piece brush set, and I'm just looking at it right now, and the one thing I can say I truly appreciate is the fact that we have different size crease brushes. You have some that are more rounded and flat, some that come to a more point that are fit deep into the crease. You have all different types of liner brushes and concealer brushes, so I cannot wait to play with this set here, because with different sizes and shapes, meaning I'm bound to find a brush that is perfect for me. I also received this 24-piece cosmetic sponge set from C'est La Vie. I absolutely love sponges to go ahead, make sure I blend out concealer. I also love them to set my foundation anytime I don't feel like washing brushes. There's nothing like getting you a good sponge, dab that in, be good to go, honey. So to have 24 here means I'm going to see multiples of different ones. So if I find a particular sponge that I absolutely love, I don't have to risk running out, because I see I have multiples of each ones in this set. And it appears for now, I'm not going to guarantee you that the last makeup item that I received was the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette here. And I have been talking about this palette for months. My friend has seen me talk about it. Every time we went in the store, I would pass it up, because I kept trying to tell myself, Torrence, you just don't need it. You have these colors, you just don't need it. You want it simply because it's called Pretty Rich, and because some of the shades have that diamond shape to them. But I didn't have to buy it because my friend did. So now I'm absolutely ecstatic, and I'm just looking around constantly trying to figure out exactly where am I going to put this, because trying to put it out in the open right now, there aren't any particular spots where it doesn't risk getting damaged or dirty, and I'm like, not my Christmas gift. So we're going to keep looking for somewhere to put it, but for now we don't have nowhere just yet, so we're going to keep it in the box until we do. Next up are the items that are just sentimental to me. If you know me personally, like we spent the night at each other's homes or something like that, you would know, one, that I don't own or watch television any longer, but one of my all-time favorite television shows is The Golden Girls. You can't tell me nothing about it. I will watch it any day, every day, all day if I can. I absolutely love The Golden Girls. I have all of the seasons on DVD as well as The Golden Palace, and I collect Golden Girls memorabilia, honey. So when I told everybody that's what I wanted, it is very hard for people to find items that I want that I don't already have. And a few of these items I was just too ecstatic to get. The first one here is the refrigerator magnet. I'm someone who, yes, I do refrigerator magnets, honey, I don't care. So to find out someone managed to get me my very first one was like, wait, come to think about it, I don't have a Golden Girls refrigerator magnet. So I am definitely going to be putting this up, honey, and it says stay golden here. Absolutely love this show. The fact that this is the first of a kind in my collection means I'm going to have to get it. Another thing that I had never had before was Golden Girls socks. They noticed that I am someone who actually likes to collect socks. The last set of things that I believe I collected, I was going to the car wash and managed to notice they had some football player socks that were on sale. So I grabbed a few of those because I noticed they had like a few of them of Odell Beckham Jr. So I had to get a few of those. But this one here, me some Sofia Socks, honey. I do not have these, so I'm like, oh yes. I have got to go ahead and check and make sure I get me one of Blanche, one of Dorothy, and one of Rose as well, because we have our Sofia Socks here. So I'm going to be looking up this company and making sure I can get the other three so that nobody can say they got me for those, because I will definitely be trying to hurry up and find those there. Another thing that I did not have in my collections was a Golden Girls lanyard. I was too thrilled with this because this is going to be my 2021 lanyard for work. Every year at my current job, I switch up my lanyard, and last year I have an Angelica, well, it's more of a Rugrats one, but I get it because of Angelica Pickles because I love her. I have an Angelica book bag. I have the Rugrats eyeshadow palette. Like, Angelica is my girl, but a lot of times I just have to pick up Rugrats memorabilia to get hers. But for 2021, the Golden Girls will be stepping through, honey, and to know that they have a Golden Girls book bag, I will be looking for that bad boy because I got to be able to step out in style. So I am too ecstatic that I have my first one. And now that I know they have Golden Girl lanyards, trust me, I'm going to be on the hunt for these too. The next one was something I wasn't even informed that they had because I have the Golden Girls Monopoly board. I absolutely love that thing, honey. Monopoly and my family is serious. Like, serious. So the fact that I was able to get my Golden Girls one, you couldn't tell me nothing about it. But I have a game here. It's called the Golden Girls Any Way You Slice It game. And I, once again, didn't know it existed. Not sure about the rules. But I have one now and I'm too ecstatic. So one day I'm going to break it open and see exactly what the rules are and how you play it. Right now it's looking like you collect pieces of cheesecake to do the game. And I'm not sure, once again, how you play it. But we are happy that we have it because it's something I did not have in my collection. The next one is something that really got to me because this is something they already know I'm going to be using. I am someone who loves coffee. Iced coffee is my thing because it reminds me of coffee ice cream. So when I got this here, this coffee mug set with a key ring, you couldn't tell me nothing about it. This is like my morning in a set. Before I get off to work, make me a nice hot cup of coffee, make sure I grab my keys and be out the door. I can't wait. When I turn this camera off, this key ring is going straight on my keys immediately. I'm putting this on my keys immediately. This is going downstairs by the door to make sure I get me a fresh hot cup every morning before I head out to work. And I promise you, I bet not ever drop it. It's going to be a bad day in the world if I ever break this cup. But I am so happy I have this. I'm someone who loves collecting key rings. I know the one that I had from high school just broke like 2 years ago. I had a Coach one. But truth be told, I used and abused that thing like I shouldn't have. So the fact that it still gave me over a decade of wear lets me know I will be getting another Coach key ring. The last Golden Girls item I received is this drinking glass here. And it has the picture of the 4 Golden Girls. It's a pink glass. And here on the side in yellow words, it says #squad goals. And this is gonna be my new favorite drinking glass. More than likely, I'm gonna probably drink alcoholic beverages out of it just to make sure I feel golden when I'm doing it. But this is something I'm gonna absolutely keep and love, and nobody's gonna be allowed to use it. I don't care, family, friend, boyfriend, nobody's gonna be allowed to use my Golden Girls glass. And trust me, anybody who really knows me already know not to even try it. And the very last item that I received, which probably was the one that if I sit down and think about it, like, this is probably the gift that took the absolute most time to figure out, because although on our Secret Santa list, I told them I like Loungefly bags, I could not ever figure out which one I wanted to grab first. There are about 5 different ones that I already have waiting in my cart, and I can never pull the trigger on one bag. I've always wanted to say, even if we're ordering multiple, I wanted to order one by itself so I can say this was the first bag that came. And I just could never figure it out. So I decided to let my friend pick for me, and I just told her I wanted a mini backpack and that my favorite colors were black, white, and red. From there, it was completely up to her. And she managed to pick out the perfect bag, because this is one I never would have picked. I was looking at a Mickey Mouse bag, but by the time I picked it up, it was already sold out, so I couldn't get it. And this is the one she got for me. Like, look at this. It is perfect. It is classic. It goes with almost anything. Like, oh my goodness, honey, I was just too through. And it has the little back straps if I want to carry it, but more than likely I'm going to be bougie and just carry it either by this little hook when it's empty, or carry it like this from the bottom whenever it's full so it doesn't get damaged. But I cannot wait, and I'm telling you, I already have my second and third one on the way, because like I said, I knew I wanted a few of these. I just did not know which one I wanted to be first. And to know that my very first one was a gift from a friend is going to make this one my absolute favorite and most precious bag of them all, honey. And it is just amazing how something so tiny can just be so beautiful. Like, look at her. And I just cannot wait to bring this to work, because, honey, everybody gonna know I'm feeling myself when I'm rocking this one. But I hope you all truly enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment down below letting me know what you all received for Christmas this year. I know everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas, but for me and my family, it is a very special holiday. I wanted to do this video now because by the end of the week, I'm going to be posting part 3 of my collections video. And a lot of these items may not be shown in that video because this was recorded after that. Like myself, my family and friends had items that they have pre-ordered that still have not arrived. So there are gifts that I have to give out as well as receive. So when those items do come, I'll make sure to do a video on that in the future. But make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you already are, I would like to say thank you. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And if there was anything in this particular video that you would like to see in a future tutorial or first impressions, make sure you leave that in the comment section, because that's the best way to let me know any of your ideas that you want me to execute. You have to leave me a comment or a thumbs up. Thumbs up lets me know that you like those video types. So if you'd like to see any more future haul videos or things like that, make sure you do so. And I have been paying attention to my comment section. I've been seeing that many of you would like to see throwback collections, so I'm going to make sure I get some of my older things in there. But make sure you watch my collections videos. I'll leave that playlist right here. That shows my entire collection of everything that I own at the moment. So if you see any item in one of those videos that you would like to see a tutorial on, swatches or anything like that, make sure you just leave those comments there and I can make that happen for you. But with us heading off into the new year, I hope everyone had a blessed, safe, and happy year. 2020 has been really rough on many people, but I can honestly say that 2020 has brought many blessings my way, including your love and support. So I would just like to say thank you all. Make sure you're safe in the new and upcoming year. Before 2021 gets here, I will be posting a New Year's Eve tutorial as well as part 3 of my collection, which should be the last part of it. But with nothing else, remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye YouTube.